and welcome back to our channel. My name is Ellen.
I'm Michelle.
And we are sisters, authors, and friends. So today we're going to do a quick wrap-up for the month so far and a TBR. The wrap-up is going to be more her, and actually so is a lot of the TBR. I've been working on NaNoWriMo like crazy, and I haven't been able to read a whole lot, but I have been reading one book through audio, through Audible. Yes, thank you. And we have some TBRs for December for our, go ahead.
Our Christmas adaptation series.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And some of them are ones that I don't know, I didn't know they were adaptations.
No,
Like,
neither did I.
But I mean, it makes sense. Isn't that true? Like a lot of movies and stuff basically started as books? Or are a lot of them screenplays?
There are a lot of movies that started out as books. I don't know if it's a larger percentage than, like, versus books.
I'd
movies
be interested
that started
to
as
know,
screenplays.
like, if you looked at, like, the best movies in, say, I don't know, what's a time span, like 50 years or 100 years or whatever, and then find out how many of them started as books and how many of them were screenplays. I think it could be interesting.
Ironically enough, I think like 75% of, like, 4 of the 5 books we're going to be talking about today. 75%? No. Yeah?
4 of the 5?
3 of the 4. Here's my math. I was like, how does 75 divide by, how does 4 divide, anyway.
So if it was 4 of 5, then you'd say like
20%.
80%.
Yeah, 20%, not 80%. Yeah, okay.
There you go again, pessimism. She came the other day, what was it you said? The cup was, oh, yeah, well, what'd you say?
The cup is
a third,
2/3 empty.
2/3 empty. And I was like, okay, so it's a third full?
Yeah, so I'm the pessimist, apparently,
Yeah.
in the family. It's new. It's news. Oh, wait, no, there's 2 more books there. So it's, I'm not doing that math. Okay, so we're going to do a TBR, a wrap-up, and most of the books are her.
That's the Coles Notes version.
Yes. I rambled a bit. It's probably going to get cut into bits and pieces, or put in the gag reel, or
on the cutting room floor.
Yes, which is like right here, literally. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to give the floor over to Michelle to let us know what she's finished reading, and then I'll let you know what I am still in the process of reading, and then we'll get into the TBRs.
Okay.
For this month. December's a secret for our Christmas adaptation series.
Yeah. Maybe towards the end of the month, like towards the end of the month.
Yeah.
Next week. Maybe we could do like some little hints, like we'll give clues and see if people can guess. Maybe we'll find some clues, and they'll have to, for the first one, they'll probably be very
cryptic. Like,
yeah,
we'll have to make it extra difficult.
Yeah. On
to you. What's the first book you want to talk about?
Well, before I talk about this book, I want to talk about a very special person. Barrett Laurie. Yes. Okay, he's a YouTuber, and he actually has been very supportive of Ellen, and he
both of us now.
Yeah, he watched our Halloween videos, right? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he suggested to Ellen that maybe we should do the videos together and stuff, and that he really enjoyed the interaction and that kind of thing.
The chemistry.
So this is a shout out to Barrett Laurie. He's just an awesome, very supportive person, and I think if you're new to YouTube, if you have a new channel, definitely check him out and subscribe. He gives a lot of really good tips, and he is a very, very supportive, special person. So, yeah, definitely check him out.
I know, I recently started calling him the unsung hero of YouTube.
Yeah, he's my Yoda.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Barrett, we love you. You know that already.
So my books, I've been a fan of J.R.R. Tolkien. I believe is how it's said. His name is said.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, for quite a while, and I read The Hobbit years ago. Like we're talking
Elementary school.
25 years ago. I don't think it was elementary. No.
The
No, it
Hobbit?
was later.
Really? Mr. Jude
Yeah.
read that to us in grade 4.
Is this my book or your book?
I just figured it was never mind.
Yeah, no, I did not have a teacher introduce me to J.R.
I've just been told.
I read the book, The Hobbit, years ago, but I just read it again recently. This was made into 3 movies, one book made into 3 movies. Anyway, I read it again recently, and I've watched the movie so many times. It was very interesting. Like, with this one, with The Hobbit, when they did the movie version, they added stuff to it that wasn't in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Move things around.
yeah, because they had 3 movies to stretch it out over, so they could.
They wanted to keep in with the Lord of the Rings trilogy and have another trilogy, but
it stayed really close to the book. I mean, they just added a little bit. I really enjoyed it. I loved the book. I know a lot of people, and I'm going to say this to you right now. If you go to read this book, okay, the first chapter or 2, you may find slow. You may find difficult to get through. Okay, don't skip them. Just
it's okay. Slow, but it's required setup.
Yeah,
to be able to get the rest of it.
And the thing is with these books is he's very much about the culture of Middle Earth. Okay, so there was a lot that went into building this whole fantasy realm, like building Middle Earth, okay? So he's very much into the culture of it, and so there's songs, okay? And yeah, I enjoyed it. It took me a little while to kind of buy into it, I guess, to get used to it, but yeah, there's songs, and sometimes it can go on for a few pages and stuff. Some of the information's important, though, that are in these songs. And at the very least, it's important to get you into that culture and understanding, the dwarves and how they look at things, and understanding hobbits and how they look at things. And and the elves. The elves love to sing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you might find it a little difficult in the beginning, and maybe you should kind of do snippets, you know, rather than saying, oh, I'm going to read a whole chapter tonight, or I'm going to read, a couple chapters. Try reading, however much until you're like, okay, this song's a little long, and then just kind of close it and then open it the next day, or open it when you feel like it again.
That said, I've watched some booktubers who have said that their favorite part of the book were the chapters that took place in the Shire. Mm-hmm. There's some people who love the slow build up to the story or whatever, but they don't need to be forewarned to make sure to read the chapters. It's the people that might put the book down, like I almost did. Like, I remember Mr. Jude reading it. Mm-hmm. He was an exchange teacher from the UK that I had when I was 4 years old. When I was in grade 4. Yikes. And and he must have just like drawn us in with his take on the characters. Like he changed his voice for the characters, and he would just make it just sound so exciting. When I read it last year, it took me a long time. But I am the type, I love action, suspense, thriller books, right? So
which is in this book.
Yes, but the first couple chapters, you just have to muckle onto it and force your way through. Yeah. And which I did because she told me to. And much the way she just told you to. And I I was happy that I did.
That's why I'm mentioning it, because I've had so many people say, "Oh, The Hobbit, yeah, I tried," but I mean, I really enjoyed like getting into the Hobbit life and the, you know, it seemed very, it almost reminded me of home, where we grew up in the Maritimes. Not that the Maritimes look like hobbits, but it kind of has a Celtic feel to it, I find.
Okay.
And
yeah, it does.
You know,
yeah, especially with the singing and stuff.
Yeah,
I can agree with you on that.
And just the way of life and that, not rural, because again, the Maritimes are not, like, there are rural areas, but there's also cities and, you know, stuff like that too. But no, it just reminded me of home.
Just the feel of the culture there.
Yeah.
Because even though there are cities there and it's not entirely rural, most of the Maritimes are very laid back.
Yeah.
We had a very laid back attitude towards life.
Yeah. So highly recommend this book, even if you've seen the movies. Okay? I've seen the movies many times, still really enjoyed the book. And there's just so much. It's just a deeper understanding of a lot of it.
And, sorry,
yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no.
I was just going to say, if you have seen the movies, probably be even easier to get through the first couple chapters because of the fact that you can picture the movie in your head as you're reading it.
But remember, there are some things that are not in the book that were in the movies. Okay, and it's not a huge loss. It's, you know, a little romance here and stuff, and a little, you know, stuff like that. So,
and some things are switched around to fit the
yeah. But you still get
the visual.
You still get what am I thinking?
The tone
it's
and the story.
The same tone, the same story. It's just it might be switched around a little bit for, you know, just for being able.
Well, sometimes they have to do that when they're going from book to a screenplay or to a movie, because of the fact that in a book there's a lot of internal dialogue, internal thoughts, and short of having a voiceover, which is not popular these days, they did you just make a big
Mind you, I love film noir.
Yes.
Oh, I love. But anyway, that's another story.
But it had its time.
Yeah.
But it's just not popular right now. And short of having that, they had to find some way to make some of the internal thoughts visual. And in order to do that, they had to put it into either like dialogue or symbolism or something to make it work in the film. So, yeah. As opposed to, well, I suppose they could also have the character talking to themselves the whole movie. Not everybody is Tom Hanks.
Yes, conversations with himself.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Tom Hanks and Matt Damon were both able to carry pretty much a whole movie themselves, like, individually. No supporting cast, although Matt Damon had, well, like, they talked on Cinema Therapy how Matt Damon's antagonist was Mars. It was an entire planet. And I'm assuming they'd probably say Tom Hanks' antagonist was the island. And his friend was the volleyball.
Poor Wilson.
Yeah. But anyway.
R.I.P. Wilson.
Every time I hear Wilson, I think of both Home Improvement and House.
Okay. Are you sensing a theme? J.R.R. Tolkien again. So I did The Fellowship of the Ring. I read it. This was with Audible, and it was done. Rob Inglis was the narrator. It was the unabridged version, and yeah, loved it. Now this one I hadn't read before. I was a little intimidated by the thickness and by the amount of time I had to read. So. But yeah, loved it. It was so great. I know we shouldn't be talking film adaptations, but these ones are just so well known, and I know a lot of times you think, I saw the movie, so why read the book, right? Not so. No.
Nay.
With The Hobbit, they added, with this one, with Fellowship of the Ring, there's stuff that's in this that was not in the movies. There was some really great stuff that it's almost alluded to in the movies, but yeah, there's just so much that you did not see in the movie. They just couldn't have put it all in. So really great. Again, there are songs, there's poetry, and some description, but he doesn't over describe. He just describes just enough so that you know where you are, because
you can picture it in
it's
your
a
head.
total foreign world,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Now, the end.
Don't spoil the end.
The end is a little bit different.
Oh, I haven't read the book, so again, intimidated.
There's some in there that wasn't in the book, but I sense that I'm pretty sure it would have to have been in the next book. I'm not going to give spoilers. I loved it. The description of the different places, the characters. Rob English did a great job reading it too. I mean, when you think about, there was just nine main characters that were the Fellowship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you have all these side characters from the different places they go and stuff. So he did a really great job reading it, and you see,
Squeaky chair.
you see with the book what, like with the movie, how they adapted and tried to bring to life what the book describes, and they really did an amazing job. But nothing beats a book. I'm sorry, nothing beats a book and your own imagination.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
Yeah. For anybody who hasn't seen the movies or read the books, Bilbo Baggins, one of the main characters, he's the main character in this book, okay?
Yeah, he's the protagonist.
And Gandalf, okay? Bilbo is in this one, in parts of
beginning.
it. He's in the beginning. He's in when they go to another place.
When they step out of their ordinary world, the normal
on their
world.
On their journey, they meet up with Bilbo again and stuff. But Gandalf is in it, and then there's lots of new characters. But there are some that come back through that were originally
introduced
in The Hobbit. Highly recommend that you read it. Even if you've seen the movies a million times like me, nothing beats a book.
She has.
So please invest the time and read this book.
Don't be intimidated like me.
And if you have, read the books and seen the movies and stuff, comment. Tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if there's scenes that you think they should have put into the movies that's not in the book, or tell me your favorite parts in the book without giving spoilers to others.
For me, there's one book, and it's not a book I finished. I'm reading it. It's not even a new book. I read it around the same time last year. So it's actually bringing back
It's an annual
nostalgia.
book.
It's bringing back memories. It when I think of this time of year, I think of this book. And I don't know why, because I don't think it took place at this time of year.
Well, it did, but it
read
took
it
place
this time of
through
year.
a whole year.
Yeah, true. There were parts of it that took place this time of year. But the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. I mean, you guys know me. I've said this on numerous occasions that I don't read romance as a general rule. Michelle kept nagging and nagging. No, I'm joking. But she kept telling me, read this book. And I think it was to discuss on the channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
For our adaptation series. And I finally, for you guys, read the book. And for her. Wow, I loved it. Hence me reading it a second time. And I'm reading it through Audible. Again, like I did last year. But you just told me that you brought me a physical copy back from
I've had
Southern
so many
Ontario.
copies of that book, and I keep giving them to people. Here, read this, you'll love it.
Yeah. I'll probably be going back and forth between Audible and the physical book now that I have the physical book. And it's just so good. It's told the whole story is told in letters, back and forth, from one person to the next. Most of the time, Juliet is either the sender or the recipient, but there's other ones as well interspersed where two of the people that she's sending to or receiving from are sending to each other, and it's so cool. And I never thought I would like a book told in the form of letters. I have to say that properly because every book has letters in it because they form words. But it's like old school letters. It takes place back in 1946, and people are actually writing old snail mail letters, and it's so
great concept.
Well written.
Great concept. I haven't seen anything like it before. If you have, comment below and let me know.
Yeah,
I want to.
absolutely
check them out
because I was floored. Like, not only was I hesitant to read this because it was a romance, but also because I knew from what you told me about it that it was told in the form of letters. And I was like,
I would just like to just put in that it's not just a romance, okay?
Oh yeah, it's not just romance. It's very historical.
Yeah, I'm not much on the way for romance books. This one isn't one of the, like, if you're looking for like a Harlequin romance or steamy, sticky, whatever, that's not the book for it.
No.
But it's just a nice, and if you like history, if you like stuff to do with World War II or England or, you know, any of that kind of stuff, it's a really good book.
And it's very character driven.
Mm-hmm.
When I say romance, I'm not saying that it's just romance. There's little bits of comedy in there as well, and it's just very character driven, and the characters are 99% of them are very likable. The ones that aren't likable aren't meant to be likable. And I absolutely adored this book. Like, it was just such a fun read. So that's why, I mean, I know I had said that if I read anything, it'll probably be Dean Koontz' Fear Nothing. Because when I'm writing my own stuff, I tend to zone out when I'm reading other books. I just zone out and start thinking about my own writing. And that might sound kind of self-involved, but my characters just come into my head and take over. That's all I'm saying. With NaNoWriMo, I'm writing every day, almost. And I have to find a book that if I zone out, then I don't have to find where I zoned out from. Either turn the pages back or hit go back on the audiobook over and over.
Know the story
until I find where the last part I remember, because yes, I already know the story, so it's not as, oh, there's a map in here. Okay. I highly recommend this. This is my second time reading it, and I love this book. And the movie was great as well. It kept true to the story, which was quite the feat because of the fact that it's based on letters. So the movie is not just like, you know, you see a letter handwritten, put in the mail, and the other person reading it and writing a letter. No, they visualized it. But they did it so well. I was really, really impressed with the movie. Really, really impressed with the book. 5 stars for me for like the whole kit and caboodle.
And if you're looking for the movie, it's a Netflix original.
Yeah. Yeah. So Netflix did a really good job on that. Yeah. It's just a nice feel-good book. What's on your TBR?
Okay, so my TBR...
is this for like the rest of November?
Yeah, this is for the rest of November. When I was initially introduced
brought into the channel,
one of the questions I was asked was about what books I got interested in. I mentioned this book, Pippi Longstocking, and I loved this book when I was a kid. I haven't read it since. One specific scene I really liked, I especially liked, was her scrubbing the floor with scrub brushes strapped to her feet, and she was skating around on the floor. And
okay, I think I remember something about that.
And I just thought, wow, that's an awesome idea. Anyway,
she does it all the time now.
And I know Barrett Laurie, he was saying he loved this book too.
Ooh.
So, Barrett, I'm reading it.
Oh yeah, he did say that in one of the comments, didn't he? Yeah, okay.
So this is one of the ones that I want to read. So it's just a short one. so it shouldn't be. It's just
I should read that too, and maybe
16 pages.
you, me, and Barrett can do a collab on the
Oh,
talking
there you
about
go.
the book.
Ooh. So that's one of my books that I want to read. And another one is one that I read when I was in grade 10. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this name right. John Wyndham?
Yeah.
The Chrysalids. I read this in grade 10. Loved this book. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I love George Orwell. I know this isn't George Orwell. But I love George Orwell. And this is just kind of Orwellish, or Orwellian, you want to say. So it just said, in the Chrysalids, John Wyndham takes the reader into the anguished heart of community where the chance of breathing true are less than 50%, and where deviations are rooted out and destroyed as offensive abominations. That's just part of the blurb on the back. And I like the first line it says here on the back. It says, a terrifying story of conformity and deformity in a world paralyzed by genetic mutation.
Ooh.
Now, if that doesn't just grip you and bring you in, I don't know what does. But anyway, I read this book. I loved it. I don't remember, I think I remember one thing. And I don't even know if it's this book. But something about a girl with 6 fingers.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's probably this
based
book.
on that blurb, I would say it's probably it.
Yeah,
but
right? But, yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited to read this. Again. So that is my 2 books for the rest of this month that I want to read.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
December, that's why we're kind of doing a TBR mid-month this month, because we're not going to do a TBR for December because we don't want to give it away.
Mm-hmm.
Like the books that we're going to be doing.
That seems wrong.
It does seem wrong.
December, and we don't want to give away things.
But we don't want to. It's not even a matter of giving it away, I guess. It's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The most one. After that, we'll probably say, okay, next week we're going to do this one.
Mm-hmm.
But for the first one, we're super excited about it, and it's one that we didn't know that it was
we
based
may
on
find
a book.
after we do it that you all are saying, well, geez, I knew that. You know?
Yeah, it might not be a surprise for you at all. We've been planning this since June or July, and
in a very relaxed fashion.
Yeah, we've been planning it off and on since June or July to do the Christmas adaptation series again, and then since then we've just been thinking of different stuff. We've been thinking about different books to do that were Christmas movies that were adapted from books, and yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that because our giggles are gonna start again anytime now. That's what we have for you this week. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like,
comment,
and subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell so that you get notified when we upload new videos. We try to upload a new BookTube video every Wednesday and a new AuthorTube video every Friday. And
just to clarify, she uploads the AuthorTube video on Friday. I don't.
yeah, but you might start sometime.
Not currently.
Okay then. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day and stay happy,
healthy,
and safe. Bye-bye. Okay, we'll talk about it. I don't have to do it right away. Then I could bore you. Difficult.
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
On to the books.
But there's a lot of really well-known movies out there that are based on books, like we were just saying, so I didn't give it away.
No, it wasn't that part of it. We'll talk later and I'll tell you what part of it
I accidentally gave something away.
Yeah, I guess so, because I thought it was intentional, but apparently not.
No, it was not. I thought you just meant because it's well known. So we'll probably show that in a gag reel after that video.
Okay.
Okay, so. Not already,
yeah.
But yeah. I don't even even know if I did that right.
It looks hardish. I think that's how you do it. You can also do it like that, but I don't know. I don't like. Yeah, that works out too. Boom.
That looks more like a heart to me.
Boom.
Okay, we're done. We digress. Okay.
So of course, I watched the books. Watched the books. What? Yeah. I watched the movies. So this
when you're all caught up on the setup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything kind of comes together and to a nice little bow. And I don't know what I'm saying.
She's already in the Christmas spirit. She's just thinking about rapping.
I am actually, yeah. Love Christmas.
Yeah, I really.
I'm trying to remember how to pronounce his name. The guy who played Smeagol. Who did the voice?
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis?
Yeah.
And so I guess it wasn't the pronunciation. There's another actor that I can't. Shut up. There's another actor that I listened to a book by who narrated, and I couldn't pronounce. I was having a hard time pronouncing his name, but
he was in Black
he's
Panther
a great
too.
actor.
Really,
was he?
Yeah.
Didn't see that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna edit that out because I might get hate comments for not seeing the Black Panther.
Okay.
They even like we just have a very laid back attitude towards life.
Mm-hmm.
I had a hard time saying that. I'm going to say it again. We had a very laid back attitude towards life.
Yeah. Because again, movies show and don't tell, right?
Yeah.
She taught me that.
That's true. But not everyone is Tom Hanks and
can carry a whole movie talking to themselves. Well, there was always.
I'm trying to think of the name. The Matt Damon. Didn't watch it.
I watched it. So I don't remember much of
it.
He was rather rude.
He was, but he had a softer side.
Next.
There was a softer side of Sears. Well. Go on.
So again, you couldn't if they would have had to make 3 movies. Here I am giggling again. But yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Well, it literally has to be. It has to. Because
maybe you get to the 2 towers
and the story.
Maybe you get to 2 towers and the whole story is just different. They went a whole different way.
Well, there you go. But that's not in the book, or tell me your favorite parts in the book without giving spoilers to others. Okay.
Did you just?
I did. Can you tell I'm an early childhood educator?
Yes. Okay. And cat fur. I don't read romance as a general rule, and because with me, when I'm writing, sorry, I got a very squeaky chair. I really need to either oil the chair or get a new chair.
So, what am I thinking? Okay, so when I was initially
Inaugurated?
Yeah, there we go. When I was initially inaugurated, wasn't hit
Inaugurated.
What she said?
That is so going in the Gag Reel. And it's going to be like zoomed in and slow-mo and everything.
Oh dear.
Oh, that was priceless. Okay, inaugurated.
I remember one specific scene, Pacific scene that I especially like.
Uh-oh, I'm contagious.
One very relaxed fashion.
Yeah, no, we haven't been like, but I have no idea what that sound effect was. Okay, we haven't been and so it begins. Oh dear. Okay. All right. We should probably stop soon. Oh dear.
What was that? Okay.
I have no idea. Okay. All right. for watching, guys. Have a great day and stay happy,
Healthy.
and safe. Bye-bye. Did you just go?
I did.
All right, let's try it again. All right. So thanks for watching, guys. So thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like. We already did that part.
Yeah.